A man who was in great uncertainty, disturbance, and confusion came to a monk and started complaining about how uncertain his life is unfolding. He felt guilty about how he lost control over his life. The monk looked at him with eyes full of wisdom, asked him to get some water from the pond. The man went running only to discover that the water was full of mud. He told about the muddy water to the monk. The monk smiled and asked him to try again. The man went again and again and again until exhausted. A little later, the monk asked the man to go again. The monk insisted, hence, the man went back to the pond. The man was surprised to see all the mud has settled and the water was now crystal clear. He brought a glass of water to the monk. The monk smiled because the man got all his answers. We have so many philosophies on how to control our life. Still, everyone is pretty much failing to control their life. There is a saying in Sanskrit, every time you scratch a wound, it will only make it worse, not better. This story originates from the Chinese philosopher of 6th century from the Ming Dynasty. Do we have patience to wait till our mud settles and the water is clean? Can we remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself? The answer is no. And why so? Because human loves control. For humans, control means security of being okay, that our life is unfolding as we have planned it. Nobody panics when everything goes according to the plan.
Nobody panics when things go according to plan.
Necessity dictates that we all plan our life, constantly control the circumstances surrounding us. Routine is essential, rules are essential. Being a control freak probably means that we are super competent, super efficient. We have high standards, we believe in getting things done right the first time. We control to not spin out of the orbit, upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos.
Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos.
The idea of losing control implies that we'll be harmed in some way, something will go wrong, and we will then suffer the consequences. Control makes us feel safe. It is the cover of fear of uncertainty. The same uncertainty which causes anxiety. Even after so much control, there is no guarantee that the consequences will not go south. Complete control can never be achieved. Most things are outside our control. Trying to bend them into our orbit will only create more resistance, stress, and conflict, making us feel unproductive and exhausted. Perfectionist is a synonym for control freak. We focus on making our life better by micromanaging the world around us, creating stress for us and people around, only to fulfill our ego of perfectionism that the world has imprinted us with. Coming into the equation of control, the concept of distress tolerance. If a pair of shoes at your home is not at right place, resist the urge of complain or just rearrange them and see how no one dies. Stop being the everyday Einstein. Tolerate distress. Tolerate misarrangement. This is a cat relaxing while we are dashing in our home late for work, drinking a cup of tea while drying hair, calling taxi while on phone, rushing off, half walking, half running, just to grab a seat in a meeting room, only to realize few minutes later that we are double booked on a conference call. While we are on the phone, we reply to emails marked urgent. Even after arriving at home, cooking meal, doing laundry, preparing for a presentation tomorrow. While we are at this merry-go-round, the cat is still relaxing. But that does not mean to spend the day being lazy. It just means that instead of trying to control everything, let the mud settle in. Just world hypothesis is a cognitive bias, is a belief that everyone gets what they deserve. The universe rewards noble act and punishes evil acts, which is often referred to people by cosmic justice. The classic example of this is found in the book of Job in the Bible. In the text, Job suffers from a terrible series of disasters, and at one point his former deserved misfortune. Almost true in most cases, but we tend to overlook the situations surrounding the human, which are out of his control. Why worry about things we can't control when we can keep ourselves busy in the things we can control? Being controlling is like doing coke. It might bring quick hit of tense certainty, but will never bring lasting peace. This is because control is false, temporary at best. Life is inherently uncertain. Accept what is out of control. Accept to differentiate between what is in our control and what is not. To stop giving forceful advices and pushing scenario to something they are not. We all make mistakes, forget things, make poor decisions. We need to embrace being imperfect. Realize that the idea of control is an illusion. Let's give a chance to destiny. Let's give a chance for the mud to settle in. For a change, plan not to make a plan. just play blind and see how it goes. It's amazing the things we can discover when we are not trying to go from A to B in the most efficient way. As a parting gift, here is a 20th century quote often referred to as Universe, grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference.